Good evening, a warm welcome to Wilderspool, Warrington for this evening's Stones bitter Super League clash, where the Saints are the opponents for the wire this evening. Well, the Warrington Wolves as they're known now. Saints side for this evening: Danny Arnold at full-back, Joey Hayes, Andy Haig, Paul Newlove and Anthony Sullivan the three-quarters, Carl Hammond and Sean Long the half-back pairing, Bobby Golding still unavailable with his young daughter Ellie still in a serious condition. We wish them well, all the Golding family. Andy Leatham, Kieran Cunningham and Julian O'Neill in the front row. Derek McVie, Vila Matautia and Chris Joynt, the captain, are the back three. And on the bench, Andy Northey, Apollo Perolini, Chris Morley and Ian Pickermans. Welcome to Wilderspool, Warrington. You're with Mike on video, bringing you all the action from this evening's clash. And here come the Warrington Wolves, led out this evening by matchday mascot Paul Lenihan, 8 years of age, this young fella. Out there with captain Paul Sculthorpe. A big day for the young fella, and it's great for these mascots, isn't it, to get on the field. There he is, just having his photo taken. But Paul, 8 years of age, he attends Sycamore Lane County Primary School. His favourite players are Mark Foster and Salesi Finau. His best mate is Josh Carroll. I bet he's here today, is Josh. There goes Paul, over to the dugout now. And his favourite food is spaghetti bolognese. Anyway, have a great evening, Paul. The Warrington side for this evening's clash: Lee Penny at full-back, Paul Winfield, John Roper, Nigel Vagana and Mark Forster, the three-quarters, Kelly Shelford and Lee Breers, the half-back pairing, Gary Chambers, Willie Swan and George Mann, the front row, Tony Tatupu, Paul Hume, Paul Sculthorpe, the back three, and on the bench, Mike Wainwright, Richie Ears, Ian Knott and Salesi Finau. As I say, you're with Mike on video. My name's Ron Hoof. Enjoy yourself, sit back and let the action unfold. Saints kick off and the ball touching Nigel Vagana and going into touch on the far side. Scrum down, head and feet to Saints. First chance to put the attack on. Come on you Saints is the cry, and there's a poor crowd this evening, considering it's a local derby. Sean Long out to the back, Hammond. Short ball there, Andy Haig coming up. Warrington lad, Andy Haig. Now it's with Newlove. Newlove powers away into the 10-metre area. Only seconds on the watch. Julian O'Neill within 5 metres now of the line. The Saints are lying deep. Cunningham, Matautia, angled run. Matautia drives in. George Mann, one of the tacklers in there, along with Kelly Shelford. Sean Long. Saints are spreading it, stretching it. Derek McVie. Great tackling by the Wolves. Last one of the sequence. Hammond. He gives the dummy, he offers the dummy. Warrington, did they hold him over the line? He's held up short, it's the turnover. Great defence by the Warrington Wolves. And their spectators get behind them and cheer them on, and why not? George Mann, I think it was, just cabbaging a few yards there. No, Kelly Shelford it was, I beg your pardon. But the Warrington Wolves have the possession. Withstood the early Saints onslaught after that mistake from the kick-off. Matautia and Joynton at the tackle. Now it's Kelly Shelford. The Wolves in possession, halfway between their own 20 and the halfway line. The last tackle of the sequence. Sculthorpe puts it downfield. It bounces infield. Anthony Sullivan will take it. Sullivan offers the dummy, has to take the tackle. Lee Breers quickly in. Along there with Paul Hume. Joey Hayes comes through. Breers in again. Gary Chambers, the other tackler on this occasion. Lee Breers there, signed from St Helens earlier in the season. I think his first match was against the Saints at Nosey Road. It wasn't the match for him to obviously make his debut for the wire, for the Wolves. But he's put some good displays under his belt. And great tackling there. Chambers in on Matautia. Now it's Cunningham. Last one of the sequence again. Referee Cummins tries to get the Wolves onside. Long puts the ball across field, taken by Paul Wingfield. Rave reports for this young fella coming in on the wing. And Mark Forster on the other side, the veteran campaigner, but my word, is he giving it to me. Mark Forster playing well, playing out of his skin. No score at present. Just over 3 minutes gone. O'Neill and Matauti in at the tackle. Swan from the dummy half position. The ball coming out to Roper. Once again, Willie Swan steps up. Takes the ball infield. Breers. Sculthorpe. Looking to create his Sculthorpe. Just slid through, but Carl Hammond stuck to him. And now the Warrington Wolves move it left for Garner. Good work by Garner, the last tackle of the sequence. The game's held up. The Saints are penalised for pushing Garner off the ball as he got up to attempt to play it. Coming to the end of the season. Only 2 more matches for both of these sides after tonight's. Obviously the bank holiday fixture on Monday, and then the following weekend sees off the Super League season. Willie Swan. Chambers. Big drive from Chambers. They're putting pressure on the Saints line now. Willie Swan attacked in half. Breers puts the ball out to Tupu. Stands in the tackle, now wrestled to the ground. Warrington lying deep. They take it blindside. Swan, short ball there to Garner. Is he held up over the line? I think he is. Scrum down, head and feed to the Wolves. Good work there on the blind side by the Wolves. Moving it in, and it was Garner who was held up over the line. Head and feed to the attacking side. Another set of 6 now for the Warrington Wolves. Sculthorpe, well, they got it out of the base of the scrum, the back of the scrum, after Breers had fed it. The referee wasn't happy with it. He is now. Sculthorpe, Breers. Breers again. Breers, can he squeeze in? He puts it out to Wingfield. Wingfield held short. Great work by the half-back and the loose forward there. Good tackling by the Saints. They put the ball up. Warrington put the ball back as speculator, but Matauti comes up with it. Good tackling by the Saints. And now it's Newell. Well, Matauti saved the Saints bacon there. Warrington tried to keep the ball alive. And an infringement at the play of the ball. Holding on to the man in the tackle. And Sean Long finds touch. 20 metres short of the halfway line. Cunningham. O'Neill. Great tackling there, and the ball's lost. The Wolves have the possession. Sheer impact there. Now it's with Wingfield. Well, the ball's lost in the tackle there. Leatham. Roper and Swan bring him to earth. Now it's Joint. Joint the captain. Cunningham. Derek McVie back to Cunningham. Saints keep it alive. You've got to spread it. Long saw a gap, but George Mann was there. Ex-Saints player George Mann. Ex-Saints, ex-Leeds. Kieran Cunningham. Strong connections, obviously, with Warrington. His brother Tommy used to play here in the hooking position. Obviously also played for Saints. Once again, Saints, well, all bunched over here on the left. But Leatham, he squeezes it out. Matauti just couldn't take it. Oh, he did well there, Andy Leatham, to squeeze it out, but Matauti just couldn't take it. Big gap over on the right-hand side. No Saints players there, all bunched on the left, and it nearly came off for them. Sculthorpe took a high one there from Andy Haig. Nothing malicious. Saints penalised for offside as Paul Hume scampering through. No, it wasn't Paul Hume this time, beg your pardon. Mark Forster. The old skull cap there that threw me a bit. But Saints have the penalty. Well taken by Hammond, slips it to Matautia. Breer's in at the tackle. Shelford as well, now it's Newlove. Certainly a seesaw game, no scoring at present. Hammond, Haig straightens up. Twists, turns, looks to unload. Arnold's there from the full-back position, linking up, making the extra man. Can the Saints make it count? It's now with Captain Joint. But good tackling by the wire, and Breers is in everything, isn't he? O'Neill onto McVie. Great tackling on the last tackle now. Sean Long chips it for the corner. But it's gone in touch off Wingfield. Bounced in off his knee, tried to take it, couldn't take it cleanly. Head and feet to Saints. Well, he's given head and feet to the wire. Looks as though it had gone in off Wingfield. Definitely made a play for it, in my impartial opinion, but there we go. Well, it is head and feet to Saints. Sean Long with the ball. I thought he'd pointed to the Wolves side. Hammond, cut out pass there to Arnold. Vagana's with him. Great tackling by the Wolves as they move over there on the far side on Danny Arnold. Quick play the ball, the order of the day as far as Saints are concerned. Joey Hayes ducks out to two. Into the 10-metre zone. Once again, Long. Saints are bunched in the middle. Newlove takes it. Can Newlove squeeze through? Puts it out to Sullivan. Sullivan into touch. In your way then. Get down a bit more. Let's get this side. Do apologise for getting my large bonce in the way then of your camera shots, but so Wingfield off, Fee now on, and 10 minutes gone. Saints penalised, offside. Breers over to the main stand aside, the Brian Bevan stand here at Warrington, Wilderspool. George Mann sporting a natty line in Urquhart's there, George. Oh, great tackling there, that's going to be a knock on. Great tackling there on Chambers. Vila Matautia getting the cheers, man to man, shoulder to shoulder. And did the earth move for you? Long, Hammond, Arnold. Quick play the ball, Newlove coming blindside. Then goes infield, attracts three tacklers. O'Neill. Got to respect the ball possession. No score, 12 minutes gone. Sean Long changes the point of attack. Joint breaks through. Now he's got to get up and play the ball. Saints move it to the right. Andy Leatham back after an ankle injury. And Leatham still going up to the 10-metre line. Blindside, McVie, Haig. Can Haig squeeze in? He's inches short. Well, the ball is the turnover. Forster trying to come away with it. Price for offside. Saints were moving up quickly. And you've got to move up quickly, and the referee doesn't penalise you. Well, you're laughing, aren't you? Breers, Shelford, Roper. The wire spreading it. They're moving the ball quickly. Shelford again. Puts it downfield. Paul Hume plays it. Shelford at dummy half. Now it's with Chambers. Donald van der Velde, the coach here at Warrington, assisted ably by Paul Cullen, the veteran campaigner in the wire camp. Danny Arnold has to play it. Roper meets him. Arnold takes the tackle. The ball ripped out. And Sullivan comes back and tidies it up. And play on. Referee Cummins playing the advantage. Now it's Joey Hayes. Ducks back inside. Hayes again. Well, being dragged to the floor there by Breers. Matautia and Chambers. Matautia goes again. The big Western Samoan powers downfield. McVie unloads back to Cunningham. Cunningham inside to Long. Long sees the gap. Strides up to the halfway line. Joint wants to quick play the ball. He moves it to the right. Hammond drills it downfield for the corner. The chase is on, but it's too deep. Haig was moving downfield there. Joey Hayes was on the wing. The kick was too deep. The idea was right, but the angle just wasn't correct there. Now the Warrington spectators, with the cries of wire, get behind them at the Fletcher Street end. 14 minutes of the game gone. My word, that's flew, hasn't it? Been entertaining rugby, end-to-end stuff, but no scoring at present. The Wolves with a great win last weekend over in France. Well, the referee is unmoved. The players stopped, the Warrington players. They thought they had an infringement against the Saints. We got a play to the whistle. The man in the middle's in charge, and he's right, whether he's right or he's wrong. Mark Forster, veteran wingman, new lease of life this season. Really enjoying his rugby. I'm not saying he hasn't in the previous 15 or 16 seasons, but he's really come to the fore, especially with the game being played, obviously high speed. Matautia and Breers, but Breers gets the kick away. Arnold's underneath it. No problem, takes it well, and Arnold strides away. Valuable yardage. Hume took a knock there, riding in agony on the floor, limps back into an onside position. Saints move it over to the right. McVie's there, but Saints bunched. The ball must be coming left. Sean Long, Hammond, Joint took it well, juggled with it a little. Chambers brings him down right on the centre spot with Shelford as well. Now it's Matautia. Well, it's all on that. Touched the Warrington player, then it came back into Warrington hands, so no problem with that. Finau loses possession. The ball has been reaped out. Referee Cummins said he was in a good position on an angled flight path there, if that's the right term. So Lee Breers, as the PA man said, with something to prove, a man on a mission. He's been making Warrington tick. George Mann. Chambers. Certainly Warrington had the unfair share of injury problems this season, just as the Saints have, but it's Shelford. Out to Penny. Penny forced back, great tackle by Newlove initially, and Chris Joint. So Penny linking up. Good work there by the Wolves, try to squeeze in. Finau slips it to Shelford. Shelford chips it through. Arnold just lets it run dead. Shelford very instrumental there, veteran campaigner. Put many a nail into the Saints' coffin in previous matches. And good news obviously for the Warrington Wolves, clear of relegation in 9th position, but the three sides below them fighting for a relegation spot, if that's the right term. Paris, Castleford and Oldham. And Castleford are here on Monday. Sullivan breaks through. Sullivan bamboozles Penny, and Sullivan going for the corner, and he squeezes in, and that's the opening score. 17 minutes of the game gone, and Anthony Sullivan there with a 60-yarder. Took the ball well, went in field, maybe a hint of obstruction as he went through. Yes, but the referee didn't see it that way. And obviously the referee just getting a little bit of vocal encouragement, as you'd expect from the partisan crowd. So Sullivan now his 25th try of the season, and on level terms with Alan Hunt, who's out injured for another week or so, on, as I said, 25 tries. So another Warrington substitution there. Wainwright comes on. Great try from the wingman Sullivan, only what you'd expect. Willie Swan onto Lee Penny. Oh, great tackle on Penny there. His head was forced back with the ferocity of the tackle. O'Neill, Cunningham and Leatham. And the referee not happy with the Saints players. They didn't roll away quickly enough, holding the man down. Lee Breers finds touch, bang on the halfway line, just below our commentary position here on the snooker club side. Willie Swan restarts to the Hallelujah chorus there. Nothing like a bit of friendly sarcasm, is there, as the game progresses. Chambers again, driving up centre field. O'Neill and Matautia combine to bring him down. Penny links up, and Penny and Cunningham again, and we all remember Penny and Cunningham tangling a couple of seasons ago for the well-famous testicle tickler when Penny got sent off. Shelford makes the gap, turns it inside to Sculthorpe. Sculthorpe sees the gap. Matautia was in his way, and man-mounting Matautia bounces him to the earth. Willie Swan over left for Garner. He's forced back. Good tackling by the Saints. Warrington losing ground. It's on the last tackle, but I'll give him a little bit of space. It's now with Breers. Breers puts it over to the corner. It's going to go directly into touch. Uncharacteristic error from Lee Breers. The turnover, that's on the sixth tackle. To the turnover, and Chris Joint will restart. But it's Saints in the lead by 4 points to 0, and we're in the 22nd minute. Saints not playing the ball correctly and being punished. And referee Cummins remonstrating with the Saints. Kieran Cunningham just having a few words to say to him. But referee Cummins was the eyes like the proverbial you-know-what. And a chance for Lee Breers to put 2 points on the board for the Wolves. They're in 9th position, I think, in the league. Saints are in 4th, 1 point ahead of the Pie Eaters, and they're having a bit of bad luck, aren't they, again? And I don't think anybody will be losing any sleep about them. As Lee Breers tees it up, he's been practising well earlier on. He's been out at this other end, and judging by what he's been doing there, he shouldn't miss this. Famous last words. No, it's there, no problem. Breers reduces the deficit to 2. A penalty goal in the 22nd minute. Warrington Wolves 2, Saints 4. Go on, leave it there, yeah. Well taken from the kick-off by Sean Long. Joey Hayes, taken by George Mann. Or is it 20? Right. Matautia. Once again, Matautia powers his way downfield. Chris Joint. Sean Long puts it for the corner. The ball touching goal, dead there, and a restart from the centre of the 20. To Tupu. Well, the Saints hoping not to put the kiss of death on it. The Saints tackling has been quite firm and hard, and George Mann spilled the ball. Saints come up with it and spread it quickly. The Warrington defence hasn't held so bad either, but Newlove breaks through. Roper comes in along with Wainwright to bring him to earth. Long, Hammond, Haig. Played well, Andy Haig, local lad, Warrington lad, 6 tries in the last 4 games for Andy Haig. McVie unloads to Cunningham, out to Long, Long to Joint. Support needed. Arnold was moving on the left, Long had gone centre field. The Wolves have to defend. Long, drop-off ball to Hayes, great tackle there by Chambers. Hammond leaves it for Joint. He couldn't take it. It was a bad angle pass. Arnold came up with it. Julian O'Neill, ex-Auckland Warrior, was supposed to be coming to Warrington before he came to St Helens. Last one of the sequence, Matautia drives through. Yes, that's all on. It's on to Arnold. It touched the Warrington player, went into the hands of Arnold, and the try must be given. And the referee points to the spot. 25 minutes on the clock there, and Saints register the second try. Great work there by the Saints. Matautia driving it through, flicked it inside. It touched a Warrington hand and went to Arnold's hands, and the full-back for the Saints in a great position took the try. 6 valuable points for the Saints. There's the conversion. Arnold try. A conversion to Sean Long. His 23rd goal of the season. Arnold's 14th try. Warrington Wolves 2. Saints 10. And 27 minutes gone of the game. The sun just coming up there at the back of the stand at Fletcher Street. And I'm sure if Warrington put some, with they get attacking and get down at the Saints end, they put some eyeballs up, could pay dividends before it actually goes down behind the buildings and the church there just to our left. Swan from dummy half. Saints moving quickly. Now it's Forster. Cunningham takes his legs, brings him down. O'Neill marks up. Now it's with George Mann into Saints territory. Last one of the sequence. Sculthorpe. Chip kick through, takes it. Oh, it takes, I'm going to say takes it well. Yes, it's all on. Oh, dearie me. Surely that was all on, referee. He's judging a knock-on. How could it be a knock-on? It looked as though the ball had came back to me. Sculthorpe chipped it through. A lovely little chip. A lovely little chip, kicked it through, regathered it, knocked it back, Vagana got it, and I would have thought it should have been play on, but obviously not. Rich Years coming on for Gary Chambers. Rich Years, another ex-Widnesian over there to Leeds, in there at the tackle. Local lad. St Helens lad, comes from the Sutton Manor area. Great Britain tourist, and been out of the game, obviously out of favour with Leeds. Had a loan spell with Sheffield Eagles. And Warrington have took him on to bolster their pack, which was a little deficient. Sean Long grubbers it through. Finau gathers it. Comes centre field. Cunningham. Great tackle by Cunningham. Onto Finau. He lost the ball as he got up. The referees, he must have been watching. The ball wasn't even played. Well, the game's warming up a bit now, isn't it? My word. Certainly the crowd there cheering both sides up. There's not been any hanky-panky, but judging by what's going on, you've just got that feel that something's going to explode, haven't you? Big cheers. Takes the tackle. Just over 10 metres inside the Saints half. Blindside Ployds, now with Briers. Briers chips it through, but Newlove, well positioned, took it well, and Briers bounces him to the ground. Arnold bounces off Swan, but Swan and Briers come back to combine to bounce him to the earth. Well, he did play it under a little bit of hassle. Oh, loose play, Saints tidy it up, Andy Haig. George Mann and Willie Swan put him to earth. Saints a little slow at the play of the ball, and Warrington moving up quickly. The ball forced back. Cunningham now. Cunningham bounces downfield, just loses his footing, slips it inside to Joint. Joint with support inside, but Joint keeps going. He takes the tackle. It's the last one of the sequence. What will the Saints do? Hammond takes it infield, he chips it. Is he Barrett? He's not. Penny has it. Penny takes it behind in the angle earlier, and he breaks away. But Haig brings him down along with Hayes on the 20. Great passage of play from both sides there. Warrington with the defence and Saints with the attack. Well, Vergara gets up. We beg your pardon there for the slight break in transmission. Just a technical fault. Now rectified. McVie juggles with it. Warrington came perilously close. But now it's Paul Newlove. Sean Long changes the point of attack. It's a deflection. It's all on. It's touched a Warrington player. Now with Finau. He meets Joint. Joint brings him to earth. 33 minutes of the game gone. Wainwright in possession for the Warrington Wolves. Mark Forster attacked in half. Shelford. Cut out ball to Sculthorpe. The Warrington captain. The young player there, the loose forward, attracting the attentions of quite a few other Super League clubs, including St Helens. Well, that's if you listen to the press and what have you. Shelford out there to Vergara. Vergara puts it inside. Just couldn't take it, Mark Forster. Saints come up with the possession. Long pick of ants on for the Saints. The ball back to Sullivan. The referee there. As he said, Sullivan's knocked on. I think he has. Scrum down Adam Feed to the Warrington Wolves. Briers feeds out to the back of the scrum. Shelford inside. The Warrington wire. Wolves moving left. Vergara slips it up to Forster, and he can't take it. Scrum down Adam Feed to the Saints this time. And Chris Joint cheering his side up. He's the captain, he's got to get him wound up. As we know, Bobby Golden deposed of the captaincy last week as a disciplinary measure. And Joint in there and winding him up. Arnold. Penny linking up. Saints there, they want to put the ball downfield. Take a couple of drives up, it's pick of ants. If the Saints concede at the wire, have no sweeper and put a ball downfield, the speedy wingman as McVie gets it away to Cunningham. Cunningham wrapped up. Lee Breer's in. Saints play it quickly. Leatham. Saints move it left. Hammond. Joint. Good tackling there by George Mann. Clamped him man and ball, so Joint couldn't squeeze it out. Hammond drills it downfield and finds touch. Does he? Dead in goal. Restart from the centre of the 20. Pickavance on for Matautia. Had been busting runs in this first half. George Mann again. Gives his all as George Mann. Certainly a player that I've admired over the seasons. And nice to see him earning his corner here at Warrington. Wainwright. Good support from Swan. Swan to Vagana. Vagana dummy to come inside. Then went over to the left and he's going to be forced into touch. Just short. Tony to Tupu. Rings it centre field. Pickavance in at the tackle. Along with Derek McVie. Last one of the sequence. Will the Wolves put it to the air? 3 minutes to the interval. Breers drills it for the corner. It finds touch. Beating Anthony Sullivan and Salesi Finau. 37 approaching 38 minutes gone. Warrington Wolves 2. Saints 10. Tries from Sullivan and Arnold. Goal from Long. And Breers with the only points for the Wolves. Blindside from Joint. No way through for him. Long again. Tries the same path. Gains valuable yardage. Cries for offside. From the St Helens faithful. Just as you'd expect. As Ian Pickavance. Maul in it to play the ball on Pickavance. And a welcome penalty. Touch found over here on the left. Long. Hammond. Short ball to Leatham. McVie down the right flank. McVie again. Brought down on the 20-metre line. Great attacking position for the Saints if they can squeeze one in before half-time. Sean Long saw the gap, went for it. Great tackling there. Wainwright and Shelford, I should say. Pickavance. Pickavance tries for the line. 8 metres short. Newlove. Joint along the line. Saints looking to expose a gap. Hammond inside to Leatham. Head down, Andy Leatham, 10 metres short. Will the Saints try a drop goal? Will they move it out? They're running it. They're putting the power play on. Well, that was knocked through Vagana's hands. Forster came up with it. The referee said it was a knock-on. Whether it did go forward or not, it may have just gone sideways and adjudged to have been knocked forward. But the referees given the scrum down with Adam Feed to the Saints. Sean Long with the ball in his possession. And I make that dead on 40 minutes now. They're actually playing in stoppage time. So the last throw of the dice in this first half. Hammond, Haig, Hammond again. Well, there's the hooter. Yes, all on the only 14 seconds added. With Saints in an ideal attacking position, but that's a good half of rugby league football. Saints opening the scoring in the 17th minute with an Anthony Sullivan 60-yard special. Maybe a hint of obstruction as he went through, but the referee didn't see it that way. I didn't either, but I just thought I'd mention it for the Wolves spectators. That puts Saints in the lead at 4-0. Lee Breers pulled a penalty goal back 5 minutes later. 4-2 the score, and then Arnold linking up there on the end of the try after Matautia had burst through. The ball came inside, it touched the Warrington player, Arnold picked it up, he went over behind the sticks for the 4-pointer. That made it 10 points to 2 in favour of the Saints, and that's how it is at half-time. There, just in your picture, we have the half-time interval, the Pound Halls there. Steve on the left, his dad there with the flat cap on, with his back to us, just turned round now. Some say his back is his best feature. I know he's been having problems, been in hospital lately, but we hope he's sorted out now. He's been having trouble with his stones. Don't know if there's gall stones or kidney stones, but we hope you're all right, Bob. Keep smiling, we're in the lead, 10-2. Half-time score at Wilderspool. Warrington Wolves 2, St Helens 10. Lee Breers to restart in the second half. Kicking off to the Fletcher Street end. Referee Stuart Cummins. Waves play on. Quite a bit of breeze building up here. There is up here at 300 feet above ground level, isn't it, Dave? Well, crossing there. Saints penalised. Chris Joint and Andy Haig. Lee Breer's going to have a go for goal, just to our left, in like what used to be the radio commentary position. There's a chap in there, and either he's getting cold on his back or he doesn't like listening to me. And if he's a Warrington Specky, you can bet it's the latter. And I'll not be worried, Walter off a duck's back. But a chance for Lee Breers, and he's been kicking them from here early in the evening. Plenty of practice. Well, we've got a plastic tee on, and one of the coaching staff coming on with another plastic tee. The referee there has just been having running repairs or something, and we can finally get on with the job. But Saints this season, a handsome win at Knowsley Road against the Wire, 60 points to 16. Last year, Super League 1, 66-14 at Knowsley Road, and a narrow win here, 25-24. Was it Ian Pickervans, I think, that scored the winner? And it was wins like that won us the Super League title last season. It's not to be this season. Bradford being crowned tonight. And Breers pops another one over there. His second of the evening. Almost 2 minutes gone. And Breers reduces the deficit to 6. Warrington 4. Saints 10. McVie takes it well, loses possession, but the ball's being reaped out. Willie Swan doesn't like it, Sculthorpe in there doesn't like it, Wainwright and the Warrington spectators at the Fletcher Street end at the back there of the Saints, they show their disgust. O'Neill, the plodder, takes the ball up with the regular monotony. Now it's Joint on the halfway line, 20 metres in. Man breaks quickly. Derek McVie gets the ball away to Cunningham. Did it bounce off his foot? Oh, it touched a Warrington player. The referee waves the tackle count back to 0. Well, O'Neill couldn't take that. That was a bullet pass. And Warrington move it downfield for Garner. The Saints getting another 6, squandering it on the first tackle. Vergana gets up very gingerly, and out with Wainwright. Wainwright offers the dummy. Saints complete the tackle. Swan onto Breers. Breers moves it over to the right, losing his footing. Andy Leatham, 2 youngsters combined there. Leatham just dropping off the tackle. Well, the man didn't get to his feet, and he's penalised for it. And Breers is steaming back there, and Breers is going to be penalised another 10 metres, and rightly so. The youngster was steaming. He's going to be brought and spoken to. He's going to be taken to task, but the Warrington man didn't get up and play the ball correctly. Breers was steaming. He heard his views to referee Cummins, and referee Cummins just has a word with him. Here ended the first lesson. Penalty to the Saints. No addition to the half-time score. Well, there is, I beg your pardon. It was 2 points to 10. Breers has just kicked a penalty goal in the second minute, making it 4 points to 10. Just can't get the staff these days, can you? Derek McVie running it out wide, over to the right flank. Long working the loop movement there. Now it's with pick of hands. The ball's come back. It's touched a Warrington player. The referee's saying a knock on both ways. Head and feed to the Wolves. Sculthorpe from the base of the scrum. Broke quickly. Derek McVie came with the tackle. Penny from the full-back position. Good. Well, the ball squirted out. The referee saying it's been knocked forward. The ball had squirted out there. There were two men in the Saints in the tackle on Penny, but the ball came loose. Nobody was attracted to it. Then Swan came and picked it up, and the referee said the ball had been knocked forward. Right under our commentary position, and very hard for us to pick that one up either. Arnold. Forced back, finally bounced to earth by Roper. Newlove. Great tackling by the Wolves. Sullivan again, over the halfway line. Sculthorpe brings him to earth. Joint for the Saints. Valuable 10 metres. The Wolves urge to get back on side. Cunningham tries to expose a gap in the defence. Richie Ears, along with Willie Swan, in on the tackle. It's the last one of the sequence. The Saints will put it to the air. Hammond, too deep. Well, he was rushed. Great work by Willie Swan. Richie Ears just pats him on the back. The Saints had to put it to the air. It came to Hammond. The kick was rushed. It went dead. A restart for the Wolves on the centre of their own 20. Swan, Richie Ears. Joint puts him down. Sean Long was there with him. And the wire build up again. Drop off ball there to Wainwright. Sculthorpe to Wainwright. Swan at dummy half. George Mann. Well, oohs and ahs. Last one of the sequence. Willie Swan grubbers it for the corner. Roper's there. Do Warrington have the try? It certainly looks like it. They throw the ball in the air. I think that's a good try. It is. I don't know whether it's Roper that scored it. I'm not a clue actually. But the Warrington Wolves are on the board. 7 minutes into the second half. What minutes? Finau is the try scorer. Great work there by the Warrington Wolves. A grubber kick for the corner. Saints looked as though they had it covered. Roper and Finau was in, moving into the corner, and Finau got the touchdown. Great work by the Wolves, exposing a hole in the Saints defence on that far side. Daryl van der Velde had done his own work there, and his team talk at half-time. Sean McRae as well. And Sean McRae there and his backroom staff. A great Warrington connection with Mike Gregory and Brian Case, both the stalwart servants here. Oh, and Breers, how unlucky. Great kick from Breers, right from the touchline. Hitting the left hand upright and bouncing out. Perellini and Northey coming on. Leatham and O'Neill off. Warrington Wolves 8, St Helens 10. So it's all up and running. 2 points separate the sides. Warrington come back into the game. Well, nor did her being mauled by George Mann, and nor did her just showing his disgust, obviously, to George Mann and to the referee for not getting him up quickly. But that was a great tackle by George Mann on Andy Northey. Just come on as a replacement for Julian O'Neill, and Perolini coming on. Wasn't used, but there's Perolini again. Had trouble with an elbow injury. Wasn't used at Castleford last Sunday. Chris Joint. Saints know they've got to get on the scoreboard next. The ball kept alive. Long, Hammond along the line. Perolini, he sidesteps, he drives it forward. He turns it back to Hammond. Short ball to Northey. Northey taking her right across the shoulder by Shelford. Blindside ploy. Chris Morley's on as well. Chris Joint looking for support. He's Joint. He's 8 metres short. He's right in front of the sticks. Long, Hammond out to Sullivan. Sullivan back inside. Saints have got to keep it going. It's on the power play. There's Arnold. Arnold chips it. Too deep. The Saints faithful get behind the side as the Wolves restart from the centre of the 20. Looks as though Ian Pickavance has been replaced by Chris Morley. Forster. Shelford, Sculthorpe, bounces off to Tupu. He keeps hold of it though. Sculthorpe, inside to Rich Years. What a game we've got on our hands here. 12 minutes gone of the second half. The Wolves 8, the Saints 10. Breers, is it? No, Sculthorpe it is. Sculthorpe takes it, the ball's loose. Well, that's offside, surely. Yes, offside. The Warrington man kicked it through. Shelford in an offside position. The referee right on the job. McVie bounces off the tacklers inside to Northey. Northey, head down, drives it forward. Perolini, drop-off ball to Chris Morley. Hampered at the play of the ball, but the referee allows play to go on. Newlove coming inside on a diagonal run. Now it's Northey again. Head down, running nose one way, and that's forward. Loves it. Just exchanging pleasantries. Now it's Perolini. Perolini, the Western Samoa. Lovely ball inside to Corrigan, back it up, and Corrigan puts it down behind the right hand upright. And that's a super try by the Saints. They certainly needed it. Cunningham with the try. Saints' third try of the game. Great work there. Sean Long right in front of the sticks. Left-footed kicker. Pops it between the uprights and over the crossbar. So Saints restore that 8-point cushion. Great work there, the powerhouse forward. The forward of the year last year, unfortunately been plagued with injury. This year as Perolini, slight loss of form and plagued with an elbow injury. But great work there, took it well, drove it forward, reminiscent of the old Perolini. Hasta la vista, Wolves, as Perolini drives it through, the Terminator. Great work there, now the Wire back in possession. Wainwright, bounce to the earth, Northey and Perolini. Quarter of an hour gone in the second half. Penny plays it now, it's with George Mann. Morley and Hammond. Blindside ploy, inside ball from Willie Swan. On to Bagana, Saints pegged for offside. Breers takes it quickly. The Wolves are charging. Breers. Richie Ers juggles with it, takes it, shoulder to shoulder, Northey and Ers. Perolini gets off him, the Wire wants a penalty. It's now with George Mann. Over to that right flank, which paid dividends before Roper saw the gap, went for the line. Once again, the Wolves, are they going to pounce? Gang tackling by the Saints, 3, 4 and 5, force them back. Defence going to be paramount now. Breers grubbers it through. Forster, can he take it? Forster's in at the corner. Great work there by the Wolves. Great work there by the Wolves. They're replying kind, don't they? 16 minutes in the second half. Mark Forster, a great try for him, brings the score. The Wolves 12, the Saints 16. Lee Breers, this is a pressure kick. As I say, he's been popping him over here. He was perilously unlucky from the other side, just hitting that left hand upright. Yeah, just hitting the left hand upright. He's been kicking him from here in the practice before tonight's match. Can he float it in? It's a pressure kick. Oh, it's all the way, that super kick by Breers. Super kick makes it the Wolves. Well, now the fat's back in the frying pan, isn't it? There's no danger about that. Matautia back on. Warrington penalised for offside. They're trying to get us always, aren't they? The ball in our commentary position. Northey drives it forward. 10 metres inside Warrington territory. Chris Joint. Perolini. Hammond attacked in half. Long. Joint. Newlove. Newlove, the man. The Wolves move up quickly. McVie up to the 10-metre line. Last tackle of the sequence. Saints to run the power play. Sean Long puts it high, puts it crossfield. It bounces in the field of play and into touch. Scrum down, head and feed to the Saints. Lee Penny linking up from the full-back position. Force to the try scorer. Sculthorpe ducks under the challenge there of Andy Northey, plays it quickly. The referee brings the game to a halt, penalises the Saints for an infringement at the play of the ball. They'd let play go on, but no advantage. The Wolves restart, 8 metres inside Saints territory. Joey Hayes, the man that's gone off injured. And the Wolves are pressing. Shelford, short ball there to Tupu. Warrington, turn it back in field. The injured man there. Sculthorpe, well, a bullet pass there. Arnold takes it. The referee plays advantage. Warrington temporarily down to 12 men. Northey. The chest drives it forward. Signed as a centre, played anywhere and everywhere. Morley. Well, the game stops. The referee stopping it now, obviously, for the injury. Stretcher needed. Kelly Shelford, the man that's down. We finally identified him now. Well, they call for a stretcher, but he's able to walk off with assistance. So Ian Knott coming on for Shelford. Saints have the ball with Perolini, slips it up to Sean Long. Long sees the gap, comes inside and out, slips it to Joint. Joint to Newell. Good tackling by the Wolves, but Newell gets it away. Saints keep the ball alive. Long ducks under the tackle, forced down. And Warrington with another man down here in front of us. Richie Ears is injured. McVie turns it inside to Joint. Joint throws the dummy. Hammond shots a Hammond. Oh! Hammond in for the try. Super try by Hammond. I do beg your pardon. I thought Chris Joint. But great work by Hammond. Brought the ball over here through the dummy. The Wolves took it. Then he went to the touchline again and they took it again. And Hammond went in along the touchline there. Super try by Hammond. My word. Out of the top drawer, that one. No danger, and I do beg your pardon, Carl, for obviously thinking it was Chris Joint. His 13th of the season, and is that going to be lucky 13? With 23 minutes gone. Sean Long looking for his third of the evening. Correct side for the left-footed kicker to hopefully float it in between those uprights. Oh, it's all the way. It's a purler. Yes, the touch judges raise their flags. Long with the goal. Another 6 points to the Saints. 22 points to 14. Scrum down, head and feed. When the ball's on the field, Lee Breers looking for that oblong leather-shaped thing. That's it, there we go. The clock restarted. Breers from the base of the scrum. Newell over quickly, along with Hammond, the try scorer. Morley completes the tackle. Swan at dummy half. Now with Breers. Not Sculthorpe unloads it quickly. George Mann. Line side run. George Mann powers that one. Right hand flank. Great work there from Mann, but there was nobody in support. Now there is. The Wolves are attacking. They're moving crossfield. It's Briers looking for support. Roper to Tupu. Pagana. Oh, Pagana forced it to touch with the ball. Well, it's play on, is it? Andy Haig, I think he just knocked it forward. Yes, patted it down. The referee said yes, it was patted down. Scrum down, 20 metres in. Great passage of play, but George Mann, watch that man motor on the far side, took it down the right flank. Nobody with him. Then the ball transferred over here and perilously close to a try for the wire. The 15 metres out now. 20 metres in the field of play. Briers turns it infield. Wainwright sees the gap. He's still driving his Wainwright. He's brought down 5 metres short. The Wolves are on the charge. Swan, support there. George Mann. He must be inches short. Briers outside to Tupu. Tupu again in this corner. He turns it back inside. The tackle is completed. Forster a dummy half. He'll go on his own. Held out short. 3 Saints players in there. Forced the veteran campaigner back. Briers. Crossfield rubbers too deep. Too much beef on it, Lee. Out on the full. The idea was right. The execution just wasn't up to it. 14 points, yes, to 22 the score. 8-point cushion again for the Saints. With 13 minutes of play remaining as Perolini, the Terminator. 15-20 metre burst. Cunningham, joint. Good running by the Saints forwards. So Warrington with a good win, 17-10 in France last weekend as the ball's lost by Derek McVie, and Saints absolutely trounced at Castleford as Roper side through, but Sullivan comes down, bounces the ball back, knocks the ball out of Roper's hands. Arnold comes up with it. It's 1-1. That's perfectly legitimate, and the ball went back. Great tackling there by Sullivan. Northey now in possession. What a game. My, oh my. Warrington never in the lead, but coming perilously close, within 2 points on numerous occasions. The Saints need the points to be in the top 4 to avoid going in the preliminary round in the playoff, in the Premiership playoff. Saints lose the possession. Marley couldn't get it. It's taken upfield. Briers! We've done it, the full-back to beat. Oh, it nearly skims Arnold. Arnold comes back. But it's the Wolves now. George Mann, he deserves a try for all his efforts. Oh, is he in? He is. The referee's given a penalty. He's given a double movement. We couldn't see from here. I don't think you'll be able to pick that up on your camera. But George Mann, he deserves a try for all his endeavour, all his efforts this evening. But the referee there with all the Warrington spectators at the back of him there, and he's not going to be winning any friends with the Wolves faithful here this evening, is he? 29 minutes of the second half gone, and that try had brought Warrington back within a squeak, within 2 points again. Long, Perolini. Cunningham. Chris Morley. A player there that's been put on transfer, said he can leave the club, along with Ian Pickavance, who's been on as a substitute, but both players give their all. As Sullivan taken down, and Hume coming in, no, not Hume, it was not. Coming in over the top. Saints put the ball downfield. Finau will field it. Explosive three-quarter forward, or whatever is Finau, play anywhere. And you've got to have these type of players in your ranks, haven't you, that will play anywhere. Ten minutes left. And what a 10 minutes it's going to be. Scunthorpe unloads the ball. midway between the Warrington 10-metre line and the halfway line, with Richie Ears in possession for the Wolves. Saints urge to get back on side as Warrington move it over to that far right. George Mann again, penetrating runs down that right flank. Sculthorpe puts it downfield. Will Arnold let it go, or will he have to play it? He plays it, takes it well. McVie has gone off and Andy Leatham has come back on. Saints have the possession. Nor the first receiver. Tatupu and Knott try to relieve him of ball possession. Hammond again, inside to Morley. Gets the ball away, but Vagana takes him in the tackle. Cunningham on the short side, now it's Matautia. Turns it back inside to Cunningham. Well, the trip by Wainwright. The referee didn't see it that way, certainly looked like a trip from our angle. Last one of the sequence, Hammond grubbers it. Too deep. Touching goal. Well, dead ball over the dead ball line. Dead in goal, restart for the Wolves from the centre of the 20. Obviously, I have to say, it's been beaten at Castleford last Sunday. Take a mammoth effort for Sean McRae and the lads to build up and get ready for tonight's match. Not an easy match here at Warrington, another local derby. Warrington again, move it left. Breers, Wainwright, inside to Penny. Oh, he took it well, didn't he, Penny? Took the ball well and clattered for his pains. Last one of the sequence. The Wire in possession. Breers taken well there by Long, but he gets it away to Penny. Penny puts it in the air. Andy Haig comfortably takes it. Tatupu can't take him. Haig again. Morley operating here on the right flank. Matautia, inside ball to Cunningham. Cunningham on this right flank, turns it all inside to Long, and Long couldn't take it with the line at his mercy. George Mann picks up the spoils. Swan, Sculthorpe, out to Finau. Sullivan tracks him along with Newlove. Saints there with the line at the mercy. Couldn't take advantage. Sculthorpe, the captain, worked tirelessly to keep his side moving. 6 minutes now left. As time run out for the Wolves, Ears trying to keep it going, but the tackle was firm. Breers wanting to move it now. It's Tatupu. 25 metres out. Breers again. Rubbers it for the corner. Can force to squeeze in. Well, it's gone into touch. Breers again. Typical cheeky scrum half. Arguing the toss, pointing to the official. Now referee Cummins going over to the official. Scrum down, head and feed. It's touched a Saints player. And it's head and feed to Warrington. That's what Breers was pointing at. The referee had to go and consult with the touch judge and referee Cummins. Breers feeds the scrum, it's with Sculthorpe. Trying to create space. Hammond, one of the tacklers in there, along with Perolini. The Saints defence going to be tested. Not 5 metres short. Swan attacked in half. Wainwright, drop-off ball there. The Wolves on the far side, can they squeeze in? He was denied earlier by George Mann, and George Mann again. He was denied for a double movement. Warrington move it left. Sculthorpe offers the kick. Then he's forced back. The last one of the sequence. It's now with Breers. Breers kicks it through. He touched Sean Long. Long was charging off the ball. Now Long's knocked it forward. It's play on. Penny pushes the long tackle off. Penny again. Warrington with all the pressure. Can they make it count? There's 5 minutes left. Richiers 8 metres short and counting. Swan, blindside, Sculthorpe, Vergana's in! Is he? The referee, oh, he's held up. My word, the pressure on Warrington. Oh, pressure by Warrington. The pressure on the Saints. The Saints are withstanding the pressure. My word. 18 tackles there on the Saints line. Head and feed to the Wolves. So Wingfield back on. As Warrington put the pressure on, it's Breers. Lovely ball there, super ball to Wainwright. And Wainwright under the sticks with 4 minutes of the game left. So that puts the fat back in the frying pan again, doesn't it? 18 points to 22. Wainwright with the try. Breers with the goal. 20 points to the Warrington Wolves. Points to 22. The Warrington spectators get behind the charges. Lee Breers ready to kick off. 3 minutes remain. The Saints have got to hold the nerve. Warrington are going to throw everything at the Saints now. 2 points separate the sides, and what a classic game we've had here this evening. That's 2. Oh dear me, what a mistake, what a mistake by Breers. Should have kept it low. That's putting pressure on the Warrington Wolves. Time's going to be running out now, and Saints have got a penalty on the centre spot. And they're not going to be rushing, are they? My word. Sean Long. They'll have to make sure he finds touch. He does comfortably. Gains just over 20 metres. The Saints now, they've got to play this set of 6. They've got to make sure there's no mistakes. And Perolini drives the ball up. 3 men come in, 3 Warrington tacklers. 2 minutes and counting on the clock. Northey, 10 metres short. 2 points separate the sides. Cunningham, Long, drop-off ball to Leatham. 3 tackles out of the 6. Cunningham, Hammond, good work there. Perolini involved again. Hammond sees the gap, gives the dummy through 2 outrageous dummies over here earlier on. Well, there's the last tackle of the sequence. Sean Long, he's going for the 1-pointer. Nowhere near. The ball was touching goal, and Warrington will restart from the centre of the 20. Will it be the last hurrah for the Wolves? In the last minute on my watch. I'm not the official timekeeper. I wish I was. But Wingfield back on now. Over on that far side. The game in the hands of the timekeepers. 40 minutes gone on my watch now. George Mann. Denied earlier for a double movement. He gets the ball away. The Wolves are keeping it going. Breers, a charge by the spectators. They get behind their team. 2 points separate the side. The Saints winning by 22 points to 20. Sculthorpe chips it through. Saints are going to have to cover to 2 through. Tupu has it, he loses the possession, but Tautier has it now for the Saints. Warrington kept it going, they had to force the issue. Tupu tried to squeeze it out, but Arnold has it after Tautier had covered up. 1 minute of added time played. Andy Northey, head down, hold on to the ball. Plenty of tight bottoms on the seats round here, there's no danger about that. As Chris Morley, goal, gains yardage, there's the final hooter. What a game, and oh how Warrington come perilously close. The final score, 20 points to the wire, to the Warrington Wolves. 22 to the Saints. 4 goals from Breers, 3 tries from the Wolves. Finau, Forster and Wainwright. Tries for the Saints, 4 of them. Sullivan, Arnold, Cunningham and Hammond. And Sean Long tagging the extra goals on. 3 goals there. Handshakes all round. The Saints spectators are applauded by the team there. Andy Northey there comes over. Also Kieran Cunningham, Sean Long as they disappear for a well-earned bath. Half-time, Saints were 8 points in the lead by 10 points to 2. And then an explosive second half. Breers with a penalty goal in the first minute. Reduced the deficit to 6. Then a Finau try. That was unconverted. It hit the post, Breers' goal. And that would have brought the scores all level, wouldn't it? But it was 10 points to 8. Then Cunningham got a try. Goal logged it. 8-point cushion again for the Saints. Forster try. Breers' goal. Back to 2 points. Hammond try after 2 outrageous dummies. 8-point cushion there. And then 4 minutes before the final hooter, Wainwright went in for a try after some sustained pressure by the Warrington Wolves. A lovely feed by Breers from the scrum. Wainwright in. Breers goaled it. 20 points to 22. And that was the last 4 minutes. No further addition. And the Saints come up with the well-earned points. They keep their charge for 4th position on course. So the final score here from Wilderspool, Warrington. The Warrington Wolves 20, Saints 22. Join us on Monday for the next edition.